Hello, and welcome to Is It True? My name is Josiah with the St. Peter's Youth and Families team. This week, do I exist? You may have heard the philosophical problem. How do you know that you aren't just a brain in a jar hooked up to some clever computer system? Or, how do you know that the world and you are real and not just a clever computer simulation with everything you feel and touch, including your own body, just being lines of code written by an alien or a futuristic computer programmer? It is tempting to dismiss this question as a bit silly. It's obvious that I exist and you exist. I don't have to prove it. I know it. It is a profound and obvious knowing that doesn't need to be proved. It's just obvious that all our senses can't be a lie. And yet, lots of people do really question their own existence. René Descartes said, "I think, therefore I am." Descartes pondered this question and came up with the answer that is the only real way of knowing that he existed, is to realize that there is an inner someone asking the question, and therefore that person must exist. This does seem a leg to stand on when answering this question, but Christians have another leg to stand on, and a much more trustworthy one. Numbers 23 verse 19 says, "God is not a man that he should lie." There is a creator God, a trustworthy God, a God who does not lie, a God who does not deceive us. He created our senses, seeing, hearing, smell, touch, and taste, to help us to observe the world that he has created, so that we can look around and see all of his creation. Because he is a God of truth, these senses that he has given to us allow us to interact with the physical world, knowing that they are not lying to us. Why do people even ask the question then? Do they really believe that they might not exist? Does anyone ever act as if they think they don't exist? Do they treat their kids like a line of computer code? Do they try and find out how to escape the simulation or find the truth about the brains in the jars? No. It is hard to escape the conclusion that people who come up with this kind of question are trying their best to suppress the truth that is obvious in the world around them, as they try to run from the truth that behind a very real world is a very real God who made it and us. Romans 1:20. God's invisible attributes, namely his eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly perceived ever since the creation of the world and the things that have been made, so they are without excuse.